Hey guys, it's Oscar. Hey, I was a little inspired by a couple of videos I saw. One from Nick Shaves and one from Leonard Ibarra. There probably have been others, but I've never done a kind of a best of the past year videos. I've only been doing at this for a little over a year, so I thought even though it is already the 6th, I believe, of January, I know it may be a little late, but I still like to kind of throw in my 2 cents as far as what my top products of 2015 were. So I'm going to start with the hardware. First of all, I got to go with the biggest staple in my den, and that was definitely the Phoenix Double Open Comb. This is the only razor I used for every single shave of the year except for one. One day I decided to go all English and I used Edwin Jagger products, and I used my DE89 for that particular shave. And that was right after the first Big Shave West back in April when I got a lot of samples and stuff from Edwin Jagger. So I used a C Buckthorn soap and my DE89, which was actually my first safety razor. And this is the one I'll be passing down to Michael once he's a little older. But when I discovered near the end of 2014, right around before Christmas time, after the Phoenix came out, I ordered it, and this has just been the biggest staple in my den. I haven't used any other razor except this one, like I said, except for the the Edwin Jagger, the One Shave. But this is fantastic. Whenever friends or people that are looking into wet shaving ask me about a razor to start with, this is the one I go to straight forward, because I had a friend ask me, knowing what I know now about the Phoenix, would I still go Edwin Jagger and then Phoenix? And I said no, I would go straight to the Phoenix, and that's exactly what he did. So this is my main product for razors or for hardwares for 2015. Brushes. Now I don't have any commercially available brushes. I haven't bought any Samogs or Omegas, or really I haven't bought any brushes from any vendors or any of the websites. Every brush I have is either from a group or was specifically made or reconditioned for me. So first is obviously my Scott Pavkovich Chargers brush that I had made a little over a year ago. Scott Pavkovich made that for me. And then the Shave the Man limited edition Savile Row that came last summer. It finally came in June. I know there's a lot of back and forth with the making of the brush and then getting it overseas, and everybody was giving Anthony a lot of crap about it. But when they finally came, it was definitely worth the wait. I really like this brush, but it's still not my favorite one. I like it a lot. It's not my favorite one yet. I also have the Shave Market limited edition brush for 2015, which I really like as well. I have the one I just recently got from Dustin Wade that he hand turned. I really like this one as well. It's a 2-band finest knot. I really like it, but my favorite brush of the year is still my Everready Restore from Thomas Burgess. I got this at an antique store for $8. Thomas redid it, reconditioned it. The cracks just looked like they came onto it over time. And if you haven't, I've told you guys already, he convinced me that he was going to leave those and just clean them up a little bit, and then it would make the brush very unique. He put a 2-band finest knot as well in there, and he told me he got it from Anthony McKenzie. I really, really like this knot. This one has a 2-band as well. It's really dense though, and I actually prefer a little bit more floppiness, if you will. So this one isn't as dense, but I really like that about it. It allows the lather and the soap to kind of flow through it a little bit more. Whereas this one with the density, it doesn't really allow that as much. I really enjoy this brush as well, but this is still my favorite brush of the year. So thank you, Thomas. And thank you to all the rest of you guys that made these for me. I like them all. I really do. Blades. A buddy of mine at work ordered something. I forgot where he ordered from. I want to say it was Amazon. And they threw in, didn't even ask for them, 100 pack of Astra Superior Platinums, and he gave me this 5 pack, and I've loved them every single time I've used them. I really liked them, so these ones really stood out for 2015 for me. Also, feathers. You can't really fail with feathers. These are fantastic blades. Obviously, they're very sharp, and you just have to be very careful. I learned that zero pressure with these, and you'll get a fantastic shape. The Rapiras. Oops. The Rapiras I really like. I had ordered these in a sampler. I went through them quickly because I used them all up in a row. These really stood out for me in 2015. I really, really, really like these. They're very smooth, very sharp, and they had good reviews from Nick Shaves as well. But this is my review. These are awesome. But along with Nick Shaves as well, he put a lot of credibility into his opinions, and so I went ahead and tried the Persona Lab Blues. I got these. They're sold individually by. I got these from David Mendoza at RazorBladesandMore.com. I wanted to see if there was any difference between the regular Lab Blues and the Med Preps. No, the Lab Blues and the Med Preps. One comes in kind of wax paper, the other one comes in regular paper. But evidently, as most of you might know, they are pretty much the exact same blade. So I really, really like these. These have been consistent for me throughout the year as well. So these have been my top blade of 2015. All right, getting into the software. The thing with me with scents is I really like a strong scent that's really gonna, when I smell it, it's just gonna make me, when I open it, it's gonna make me smell it and just say, ah. And I have a lot of those, and it was really hard to narrow down. But for soaps and aftershaves, I narrowed it down to my top 5. So I'm kind of going away from the whole top product of 2015 and making it top 5 for soaps, top 5 for aftershave. Now, if there's a set, if I have a soap and aftershave scent, I try to only do one or the other. But these are the ones that stood out to me the most. It was really hard. I was going through my den, and it was hard to pick just a few, but these are the ones. I'm going to start with aftershaves. The ones Douglas was really pushing his his Harvest Moon products. Where is it? Oh, here. Whoa. Here it is. Douglas was really pushing his Harvest Moon products right before the November Shave Lodge meetup in Pasadena, and his marketing, just what he was doing the whole Roswell theme and all that stuff, and it really piqued my curiosity. And when they finally came out, I was again, I set the timer on my phone for the time he said they were going to come out to make sure I was on it, and I went ahead and I did pick up the Harvest Moon set with the soap and the aftershaves. I'll get to the soap in a minute, but this one really stood out for me. I really, really enjoyed this. It's kind of cologne-y. And I really enjoyed this scent. Also, from Douglas is I really like the Sangre de Drago. I would go to this whenever I would use any type of sandalwood or any type of smoky scented soap. Especially lately with the winter weather and the darker weather. This just kind of goes with the mood. It's very complicated. It's dark. It has oud and some rose water, some sage, orange blossom water. No, not rose water, orange blossom water. And I really, really enjoyed this one. The Earl Grey and Ginger. This is one from Reef Point I really, really like. This one just makes me feel good. You open it, it's just fresh. It comes at you. It's just, I will put this on just if sometimes when I'm just here and I see it sitting on the shelf, and I'll just grab it and put some on, or I'll just grab it and sniff it. It's clean. It just smells good. It makes me feel good whenever I open it. One of my biggest surprises I got when I won the raffle from Michelle Hernandez. She did the fundraiser raffle for breast cancer, and in it was Shipwreck Cove from Beaver Woodwright. This one really, really surprised me. I didn't know what to expect when I opened it. Again, it's kind of on the cologne-y side. And I don't know if Kelly modeled it after any particular scent, but this one, just another one that just, I open it and I just say, wow, this one just makes me feel good as well. I smell it and I smile. I really like this a lot. Well done, Kelly. Now, An old staple. I know I got it when it came out as well. And as you'll see, this is the one that has the lowest level, which means I've used it the most. But you gotta go with Stallion. This stuff just stands out. It's different from anything else I have. And it's funny, I have a buddy of mine at work who was in the Navy. He says he doesn't like it because it reminds him of when he spent time in Dubai. Evidently, it's a popular scent out in the Middle East, the whole oud. This is off the Aqua de Parma oud scent, and evidently it's heavily used out there. I guess I don't remember. I was in Saudi Arabia in the early '90s, and I don't remember ever smelling this stuff. But this is one that you go to it, and it's a staple. It should be in everybody's den. But it can be kind of polarizing. You either love it or you hate it. But I absolutely love it. So this was definitely in my top products for 2015. Top aftershave scents for me are both Aventus inspired by. I know Platinum and Executive Man from Sterling are both inspired by Aventus, but I really like the Platinum, but for some reason the Executive Man I really, really like more. I don't know, maybe it's just me, it's a little less alcoholish. I like them both again, and I know that they're very versatile. I know David Gonzalez really likes it. Nick Shaves has said that he really likes it as well. Um, I really like them both, but again, for some reason, personally, I like the Executive Man better. They both smell fantastic, but I really like them both. Soaps, real quick. Um, this was harder. This was definitely harder. Um, I know I tried to differentiate. I said if I had the set, I would do either the aftershave or the soap, but this is still, the Stallion is still a staple. This is the one that probably has the lowest level of all my soaps. Again, because I've probably used it the most since I got it. This one, again, it's one of those ones that I see in the den, and I'll open it up and I'll just take a whiff, and you smell it and I enjoy it. It's really, really, I love it still, and I will be getting more. Um, this David Mendoza and Chris Cullen collaboration, the Inspirazione di Parma. This is fantastic stuff. I've mentioned it before that around this time last year, or was it February or March, I decided to kind of splurge just a little bit, and I bought the aftershave, some aftershave balm, Aqua de Parma, and I said I'm gonna see how I like it, if I enjoy it, if it's worth the money, and it's worth the money. But then at the Pasadena meetup in April, David Mendoza showed us his Parma Inspiration shampoo and body wash, and which was dead ringer for the Aqua de Parma Colonia scent. And then this came out, and I jumped on it just like many of you did. This is fantastic. It's spot on for the Colonia scent for Aqua de Parma. So this one is another one that I open and I smell, and it just makes you feel good. It's citrusy, and if you're familiar with the Colonia scent, it's fantastic. Along those lines, I mentioned in a previous video how in Pasadena the DR Harris rep was handing out moist towelettes with the Windsor scent, and ever since then I fell in love with the Windsor scent. I picked up the soap in the wooden bowl, and then also in that raffle that I won from Michelle was the cream. Was the cream. Now, to me, the scent on the cream is a little bit more pronounced than the scent of the soap. So that's why I put this one into the video as opposed to the soap, because the cream, the scent is a lot stronger and it really stands out more, and I really, really enjoy that. So this is fantastic stuff as well. I mentioned Douglas's Harvest Moon. Again, with the he was really pushing it before he put it out, and I picked it up and I really, really love it. This stuff, I took a few soaps to a buddy at work, so he can check out different scents that I have, because he's wanting to expand his den as well. That's when I was stuck on desk duty because of a knee injury, and this was just a couple weeks ago. I took this. When I showed it to him, I kept smelling it, and I decided that I was going to leave this open and just leave it on my desk. And I would get up and come and go, and every time I'd get close to the desk, I'd get the smell, and that's how strong. I like a stronger smell, and this one is fantastic. The Harvest Moon by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement. Next is gotta be a staple in everybody's den. I decided to splurge a little bit at the last at Damon's last event in November. He had everything in the store on sale, so I went ahead and purchased the Martin de Candre, the Fougere. This stuff, I'll never use the whole jar. I'm sure I've already used it a couple of times, and there's not even a dent in the surface. If you have this, you know it's very heavily, densely packed. But the Fougere scent, the scent on this is so pronounced to me and enjoyable that it's another one of those that I can just leave open and walk by the room and get a good whiff of it. This is definitely one of my favorites. I think it is absolutely worth the money. And, if you use it a few times a month, even, one jar it'll pay for itself time and time again. So it's absolutely worth the expense. I love it. If you want to spend the money for it, get it. It's absolutely awesome. But again, it is polarizing. There are people who really don't like it, and there are those like me who absolutely love it. And I do not regret this purchase one bit. So, but the best one for me all year was a couple times I used it, and I remember posting that I was sick, but I had to shave, and this one just made me feel better. I opened it, I smelled it, and I loved it. It's a little on the more perfumey side, but that doesn't matter to me. I absolutely love it. It just makes me feel better. And that is Phoenix's Otra. Okay, this is almost I think Douglas kind of said it's a sister soap to Alphine. This one is just gorgeous. I don't know what else to say. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Alphine is great, but Otra is gorgeous. It's like, I smell it and you just shake your head. I'm just like, wow. This is my scent of 2015, personally speaking. All these are, and I have more that obviously I could mention because I wouldn't keep them. I wouldn't buy them and keep them if I didn't like them, just like anybody else. But, you get it, you don't like it, you get rid of it. But this one what made me pick this one as my top scent is the fact that I remember, excuse me, I remember a couple of times being sick and feeling better after shaving with this because of the scent. So anyway, I know I rambled a little bit. Those are my top products of 2015. Comment, subscribe to the channel, please, if you like. Comment down, let me know what your favorite products were. Maybe even put out a video as well. So hope everybody's well. Happy New Year. We're already a week into it, and it is wet in California. So we're getting much needed rain. So I hope everybody's well. Continue to be well. Peace. Bye.